סקס אני רוצה לעשות, והסקס שאני רוצה לעשות הוא יותר סקס טנטרי. אז מה זה אומר סקס טנטרי? קודם כל הוא הרבה יותר לאט. ואין לי דרך טובה להגיד את זה חוץ מלהגיד שהוא הרבה יותר לאט. ואפשר לקחת את כל מה שקורה בתוך המיטה ובסקס ובחיי המין שלנו.
קטרין פוסטר, hello, how you doing? Welcome,
גם
I'm in
ביום
Queens.
אנחנו קמים בבוקר, ישר יוצאים מהמיטה,
On to
ישר
the next
אוכלים,
one,
מלא
on
מלא
to the
אוכל,
next one,
והולכים
on to the
ורצים
next
ונוהגים ועובדים וילדים בבית זה הקצב שלנו ביום יום. כי אנחנו רוצים להספיק כל מיני דברים, כי אנחנו חייבים לעשות כל מיני דברים, כי יש לנו מספר שעות מצומצם ביום ואנחנו בגדול רצים בעולם ממקום למקום כמו משוגעים או כמו תרנגול בלי ראש. מהר, להספיק הכל. שזה אצלי מתקשר לפחד מהמוות.
Continue 450, then turn right on 134th Street.
דברים, להיות ילדים טובים, להספיק ולעשות אז הקצב שלנו ברגיל ביום יום
Turn right on 134th Street, then turn right.
On to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one.
She wants to challenge the schmuck that hugs Chuck E. Cheese Schumer. He is terrified of that because in a primary,
Being cold
hardcore
outside.
zealots come out.
In freezing, windy and freezing.
Opportunity statewide.
Hey Curtis, how you doing today? I'm a lifelong New Yorker like you, born in the Republican Party, and there'll be some pain, but have that patriotic party rebuild and come out of the ashes, and hopefully in 4 years or 6 years, whatever it takes, have real Republicans in there instead of the rhinos that we currently have.
Because they still are claiming they are going to impeach Donald Trump, even though he's at Mar-a-Lago now and just citizen Trump. I'll describe to you what was done in the papacy many centuries ago, where they wanted to impeach the credentials of a previous pope who is already dead. And how they went about impeaching a
Turn
previous
left on Van Dyke
pope who had
Expressway,
already
then
been
take right
buried.
ahead.
You think times are tough now, and there's vengeance and vendettas and blood feuds going on. Oh, you should have seen what it was like in a time when there were multiple popes. Remember, there was a time it wasn't just one pope. Multiple popes. Anyway, let's go to Tim, calling from Long Island. What did you think of Joe Biden's inaugural address, Tim?
Well, I thought that the speech itself was okay, but I don't honestly believe he wants to unite the country, or he just doesn't have the backbone to do it. If he wanted to truly take a step in that direction, he would have called off Pelosi, he would have called off Schumer, tell him to take the daggers out and move on with the new administration. And if the people wanted to elect Trump again, they can do that in 4 years, but it's just ridiculous for him to get out there and say he wants to unite the country, and he doesn't have the backbone to do it.
So let me suggest that at some part of the speech today, about 20 minutes worth, he should have just looked into the camera and said, I don't think anything will be accomplished by trying to impeach outgoing President
Take
Donald
ramp
Trump.
on left
We should
till
cease and desist.
I-678 North.
We should get on with the business of running America. And if Donald Trump feels the need to run for office again, he's free to do so. That you feel would have
8.6
healed
miles.
a lot of
Take
the
exit
wounds?
10 on left to Grand Central
It may not have
Parkway.
healed all the wounds, but at least it would show that he was taking a step in the right direction.
Well, that would definitely have been out of the box. Would you have seen the looks if he had said that of his Vice President Harris, who's going, I hope I light the candles every night. Joe, I love you, but hey, you've been around long enough. And then, of course, there's Barack and Michelle. Their eyes would have been rolling in their head. And what the hell was Bill Clinton doing there? friend of that pedophile on the pedestal, Jeffrey Epstein, now that we know that he flew back and forth to pedophile island upwards of 20 times, although he lied. What the hell was he doing there? They're all treating him like,
Exit
oh, he's our
10 on
long-lost brother.
left to Grand Central
In
Parkway.
fields up there. He was like touchy-feely after the inaugural address and everyone made their way back into the Capitol through the rotunda. The guy couldn't keep his hands off the women. And I'm not talking about young women like Lady Gaga or J-Lo. I mean, he'd have been all over them like an octopus. I'm talking about women in his 70s and 80s. A hound dog.
Now, a better way to start your day. The WABC Early News. Weekdays at 5 a.m. Juliet Huddy and Frank Morano have an hour built just for you. An hour of news. Traffic on the 7th. Sit on sports at 15 and 45. Business reports, weather, and the newsmakers. The information you need to start your day from the station you trust. The WABC Early News. 5 a.m. weekday morning on 77 WABC.
Saturday at a new time of 3 p.m. It's the Energy Show with Ron Irvin, with tips on energy efficiency to save you money for residential, commercial, and industrial property. The Energy Show at its new time, Saturday at 3 p.m.
Early and 10 in the morning here for Newsmax TV. This may shock you. It's true. This election day, more than 4 million people have now downloaded the free Newsmax TV app on their smartphone. If you have an iPhone or Android, you can get the Newsmax app and start watching Newsmax TV and check
On
out
to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one.
Requiring subscriptions, but when news breaks, you can come into Newsmax free right away. Turn up for notifications to get breaking news too. There's a lot happening in Washington, and Newsmax has great service with Dick Morris, Rudy Giuliani, Michelle Malkin, Diamond and Silk, Mike Huckabee, Alan Dershowitz, Sean Spicer, Greg Kelly, and a whole lot more.
Continue 1.4 miles. Then take exit 10 West on right till I-495 West.
Watch Newsmax for free on Roku, YouTube, Apple TV, Xumo, Kibo Plus, Pluto, and smart TVs like Samsung, Vizio, and LG.
On to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one.
It's Dr. Lederman with Curtis Flewa talking about prostate cancer. Curtis, why did you have robotic surgery for prostate cancer treatment? Why did I do this to myself? Am I a masochist? And he said, no, I'm not a masochist. I just didn't have good guidance. What do you think about robotic surgery for prostate cancer? Don't believe the hype. There are so many other remedies, and the person who can expose somebody to those is you, Dr. Lederman, because you're not part of the old boys club. You're independent and autonomous.
8.7 miles. Take exit 10 West on right till I-495 West. Then keep left.
Fully remaining able to function as a man is. Medicare. Call 200 choices for an appointment or for a free book that you probably the most important.
Take exit 10 West on right till I-495 West.
Yeah.
Then keep left.
Is this Agnes?
Who are you looking for?
Agnes?
Agnes?
Agnes.
I don't know. It's a wrong number.
Keep left till I-495 West. Then keep right.
On to the next one, on to the next one. Holy Spirit, love. Love, crazy game.
Keep left onto Grand Central Parkway West. Continue 3.1 miles on Grand Central Parkway West.
growing lineup of WABC programming provided for today.
Pete and Seth are literally on a mission to get you out of pain too, and I'm joining them. Go to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com, or call 800-500-8384. That's 800-500-8384. This past year has shown that buying and supporting American-based companies matters. When it comes to coffee, I look for the best flavor and premium roast, but I also want to make sure I'm getting it from a great American company. Black Rifle Coffee is a veteran-owned company serving premium coffee to people who love America. They have all kinds of roasts, light, medium, dark. Take advantage of 20% off by going to blackriflecoffee.com/buck and enter promo code BUCK at checkout for 20% off. CEO and founder Evan Hafer started Black Rifle after 20 years in the U.S. Army. They are passionate about providing the best quality premium coffee and giving back to veterans and law enforcement. Go right now to blackriflecoffee.com/buck. Get 20% off. Pick from tons of different flavors and roasts. They've got ground coffee, bean coffee, or single-serve K-Cup delivered right to your home. blackriflecoffee.com/buck. What can you get done in 10 minutes? Run a mile? Maybe. Find a day online for this Friday? Easy.
3.7 miles.
Listing
Take
your
exit
home for
4
sale.
on right
In 10
to
minutes?
Flint
Can't
QNS
be possible.
Expressway.
With a new instant list tool from Rex, it is. Rex Instant List allows you to value and list your home with an agent in as little as 10 minutes. With the real estate market getting hotter, time is money. Let's get started. Visit sellwithrex.com. Since 2013, Rex has provided sellers with over $25 million in savings and absolutely no sacrifice on service. Have 10 minutes to spare? Visit sellwithrex.com to get started. Or speak to Rex agent at 833-739-4663. That's 833-739-4663.
Take exit 4 on right to Flint QNS Expressway.
739-4663. License number NY10991225-737. Minimum fee may apply. Not licensed in all 50 states. Rex fully supports the principles of the Fair Housing Act and the Equal Opportunity Act. If New York's talking about it, what's Texas talking about it? Weeknight 6 to 9. 710 WOR.
Let's see what's happening on the phones at 800-282-2882. This is James in Battle Creek, Michigan. Hello, sir.
Hello, Megadito Brush, and much prayer to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for taking my call. Just an observation and a comment on unity and who the real unifiers are. Garth Brooks said that, he sang at the inauguration, that he sang for unity.
Continue 0.5 miles, then take exit 45 on right towards 31st Street.
Much like you would if it was going to be a Trump inauguration. Your thoughts?
Well, you're asking me, where is the anger at Garth Brooks for participating in this?
Well, the fact is, I don't think you will see it like you would have seen it out of the left had this been a Trump inauguration.
Well, it's early. It's early. Who are we talking about? People may not even know yet that Garth Brooks
Take
performed.
exit
And they may
45
not know who
on
he
right
is after
towards
they hear that he
31st
did
Street.
perform. But I think even if there's a move on Garth Brooks, the media won't cover it. That's the thing that you have to understand about this. The media is not going to be in any way similar to the way they covered news when Trump was the president. So Garth Brooks is going to end up
Turn left onto 31st Street, then turn left.
For crossing over, for leading the deplorables, for telling the deplorables that he wants no part of them. No, he's going to be a big hero today, if anything else.
We're all set. Let's
I just
go.
love how the cancel culture always seems to work one way.
Of course it does. I mean, there is no cancel culture of the left. It doesn't exist. On the left, somebody on the left.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left on 31st Street. Then turn left on Hoyt Avenue South. Turn left on Hoyt Avenue South. Parkway East.
Vaccine appointments being pushed back in New York City because of a vaccine shortage. The news is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA
On to the next one,
offers
on
more
to
than
the next
1,000 free
one, on to
online
the next
resources for
one.
youth and high school
Shine
coaches,
like a
parents, students, and
diamond.
administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. Sunny and breezy this afternoon, about 42 for a high. Clear and cold tonight, down to 27. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. Back up to 41 or so, and then Friday, plenty of sun and a high around 42. Our next news, 2 o'clock. Breaking news at 1. Start today with Len Bergen. Michael Riegel in the morning, 6 to 10 tomorrow on 710 WOR. I'm Jeff McKinney, 38 degrees. It is 131.
Investors like appreciation with high cash flow. The Federal Reserve is boosting real estate markets now with super low long-term interest rates. And where we build, it's booming. Founded in 2006 with a 15-year track record, NRIA gives you steady cash flow backed by $1.2 billion of new construction development. NRIA is accepting investors for our Class A real estate fund. You'll receive reliable 10% return electronic payments.
Shine like a diamond.
Deferred income with bonus.
Shine like a diamond.
We're inflation protected with low-tenant buildings and diversified in 18 prime real estate developments, avoiding stock market risk. Call us now and do the math on our prime
In a
development.
quarter of a
See for
mile,
yourself.
use the left 3 lanes to keep left to Grand Central Parkway East, LaGuardia Airport.
And all the buyers selling these securities on the back side of the business tomorrow. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Returns are annual. National League Real Estate Development. See us at NRA.
Keep left to Grand Central Parkway East, LaGuardia Airport.
How are you going to solve those extra pounds? Oh, my goodness.
Shine like a diamond.
I lost 20 pounds. Check me out on
In 1.2 miles, exit to exit 6, 94th Street.
So where should you turn to get accurate leading-edge information that you can trust? The Epic Times. The Epic Times covers the news the way you need it, unfiltered and accurate. Cutting-edge topics like the danger of the Chinese Communist Party, the truth about the presidential election, the pandemic, Russia, the Middle East, the economy, and news you won't hear anywhere else. The Epic Times is free from the influence of government, corporations, or political parties. You get to form your own opinion. Here's a special introductory offer. You can get 1 month subscription to the Epic Times weekly sources page, as well as unlimited access to their dynamic website for just $1. Go right now to trustednewspaper.com.
In half a mile, use the right lane to exit right, then turn right.
Do it now. Trustednewspaper.com. Sean Hammond here. If you received a letter from the IRS, maybe a bank levy notice or a threat of wage garnishment, or part of us to reach a live person to the IRS, on the pandemic, all of everything is worse. What is it? Oh, now. Don't try to deal with the IRS on your own. Watch the next question. Well, my parents are
Shine like a diamond.
company I trust and I recommend. Many of my listeners have already called Rush Tax Revenue.
Exit right to exit 6, 94th Street, then turn right on 93rd Street.
And Rush Tax at the IRS settlement for $100. Not everyone qualifies for the IRS settlement program, but Rush Tax will let you know if you do upfront and for free. And Rush Tax is an A+ rated on the Better Business Bureau with an unheard of 0 complaints. So if you owe the IRS personally or you're a business behind on payroll taxes, it's the only company I recommend. Call now, 855-IRS.
Turn right on 93rd Street.
477-2255. On the web, it's rushtaxresolution.com.
In 600 feet, turn right on 23rd Avenue.
America's real anchorman, America's truth defender, and the doctor of democracy.
Turn right on 23rd Avenue.
I know what a democracy is. The United States is not a pure democracy. I don't care what you think, it's not. Back to the phone. This is Michael in Gilbert, Arizona. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much.
In 500 feet, you'll arrive at 900123 Road Avenue, parking New Uber.
So it's first time over in 61 years. So I voted for Trump this year, and you were being very positive earlier, and I wish to be positive as well. But
Good afternoon, Mr. Robert Parkin.
2022 and 2024 elections are really going to go toward the Republican
I don't know how they're going to work. That's one thing. I don't think so. I mean, and not unless they get... He took the x-rays and showed me the old CAT scan and the old x-rays of 10 days ago, and I'm on my way to having a magnificent set of teeth there that I'm not going to have to worry about morning, noon, and night. And you can too.
You've arrived at your destination.
You got to go out and see Doctors Alex and Jason Head at the Staten Island ImplantDentist.com location with the Mother Judy and the great staff. I mean, it's right there in the South Shore. You're gonna, don't tell me you don't know how to get there, and they'll give you a consultation consisting of a free set of x-rays and a 3D low radiation CAT scan that gives a comprehensive picture of the teeth and surrounding bone foundation. And they can assess the best way to help you specifically, like they're helping me now. Now look, we had some of our listeners come down from Tuxedo, New York. You know how far away that is? Because they do such a good job. Look, if you want, call Judy, the mother, the matriarch, at 646-217-4420. That's 646-217-4420. I got to go next Wednesday because I have my continuing improvement of my dental look taking place at Staten Island ImplantDentist.com. And that's how you contact them. Go online to Staten Island ImplantDentist.com.
Hi, I'm attorney John D'Agostino. If you've been injured, you need a lawyer who knows what you're going through. I understand how one accident can turn your whole world upside down. I've been there. I'm a local guy. I grew up on these streets and worked all through law school. After school, I built my practice one client at a time. It didn't matter where they lived. It didn't matter how big or small the case was. I was there to make sure someone paid. Why? Because I've been there. I now run D'Agostino & Associates, personal injury law firm I built right here in New York and New Jersey. For over 30 years, D'Agostino & Associates has been helping accident victims get every dollar they deserve. We've recovered millions of dollars for people just like you. Call now, 888-24-LAW-24. D'Agostino & Associates, personal...
internet connection is so important.
We're working from home,
School from home.
dating from home.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Verizon Fios gives you more of the best on the 100% fiber optic network with internet plans starting at just $39.99 per month. No annual contracts, no extra fees.
I can't think of a single time we're not streaming something.
When we're sleeping.
And when you upgrade, choose from more of your favorite shows and originals on Discovery Plus or gaming you love on us.
Give me the fastest speed you got, Fios.
There's never been a better time to switch to Fios. Only on Verizon.
Okay, Limu, you said it. And as I spike it, I'll tell them how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so they only pay for what they need. Got it? Did you get that? Only pay for what you need.
Those you love deserve the best. Life deserves pure water.
On to the next one. On to the next one.
By the way, how do you compare to Woodrow Wilson's inauguration speech? You remember that, don't you, Tom? Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna end mine. At least scroll. I'm gonna find some TikTok sounds. Wait, I wanna do this one. I wanted to...
WABC Day.
Yes. We did that one, and then I wanted them. So, have a good day. We'll see you all later. I'm excited. I'm gonna do my hair different, just because it's always the same.
That's such a nice ring. And now that I'm running for the Republican line to be mayor, and my boss gonna touch your teeth, they said she wants to run as a Democrat, Tim and Bernie to pray.
Do you like sushi? You love sushi. So
And John Catsimatidis said he's down. He's down for that. Let's go to Jimmy in Staten Island. Your turn to be heard here at WABC.
what's your sign? I'm a Sagittarius. Hi there. Yo, female. Yo, I want the private snap. Private snap.
I thought that was Malcolm Pearson on the Mubaba Street, 770 Eastern Parkway. But hey, I can do the Gentile version, the political machine.
How's it going, burrito?
George in New Jersey. Welcome to the
How's it going, beardo? I don't know why it's not burrito. If you go anywhere in the world right now, where would I go? Bahamas.
You people gotta learn that you will not win.
I really want to go to that pink beach.
But you're all holy, and you're all.
It'd be so cute.
Right?
Over to Greenwich Beach. Oh my god.
Anyway,
It's so
Sandy in Brooklyn, your turn to be heard here at WABC, Sandy.
And then the horses took us in the water, and like we were in the
Southern
water.
Anthony,
It
welcome.
was so cool.
China, Central West.
It was
On
like
to
good
the next one. On to
experience.
the next one.
Can I? Cali Riverside Shop.
Wow. So, I didn't. Wow, so that's what his unity meant. Getting Maduro, Venezuela, President Hu, what's on second, I don't know what's on third from Red China, the Ayatollahs with the schmatters on their heads, Tehran, Iran together. That's what he meant by unity. Very good, Sandy, but let's go to Marty in New York. Welcome to the Rapid Fire Edition of WABC, Marty. Hey, what's going on, Marty in New York here? Just tell you one thing, if we had the divided government, we would not expect the people to be united. There's not a chance in the world that this is going to work. There's 74 million people that vote the other way, and the things that they're putting out on the platform, they're ready to vote. Just in the cabinet, but they're on. It's not looking good. Holy country together. We have a big problem. In New York, we have an even bigger problem. I know that a lot of you are fighting to say, just give it a chance. Give it a chance. He's the united, not the divided. That's what they only running from Kew Gardens. Welcome to WABC, Naomi. This inauguration day here at WABC, but another stellar performance by all of our callers, our co-hosts. That's what I refer to them on as here at WABC. Our final caller to the Rapid Fire Edition here at WABC is Ann from Long Island. Your turn to be heard, Ann.
Hey, Curtis, I love your show. I just want to say it's such a shame that you never in the faces or never talk about all something happens. So what do you say that some finds a way to buy CNN and buy us the first one, Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo?
It is for sale, CNN. A lot of people don't know that. But you got to backdoor the deal. By the way, I also want to applaud the number of women that were calling today, both in our normal segment, because we took calls right out of the box after President Joe Biden's inaugural address, and obviously right through the Rapid Fire Edition. Men and women, Jews and Gentiles, transgenders, it doesn't matter.
Turn right on 23rd Avenue.
some old injuries that are just plain out. How are you going to put it out? They take these painkillers, they'll take a little look at those painkillers. I'm going to need that. After I get through 3 hours of
Continue 0.4 miles, then turn right on 282nd Street. In 0.2 miles, turn right on 282nd Street, then turn left.
They're open throughout New Jersey. In fact, just opened up shop in Clifton, Edison, East Windsor, and a brand new location in Shrewsbury.
NBC, welcome. How you doing? Jonathan C, welcome back. Shelly in the building. Thank you for coming in to the Lambo Show. Lambo Rambo Show.
Enhances healing and gets you to bring Rapido without pain pills. So look, set up an appointment now. Don't delay. 1-800-518-0977. Especially for that pain in the neck in your life who's always bitching about pain. Well, you drag him or her to Trinity Rehab because in 35-minute sessions you can be virtually pain-free. That number 800-518-0977. Go online to Trinity-Rehab.com. That's Trinity-Rehab.com.
Turn right on 282nd Street, then turn left. Turn left on Grand Central Parkway, then take ramp ahead. Exit on Brooklyn Queens Expressway East.
Visit thebreakers.com. Call 1-800-BREAKERS or contact your travel advisor. Brookliners, we look forward to welcoming you to the Breakers Home Beach, where happy returns.
Bernie Carrick here with my own personal story about shopping for a car. If you're like me, always juggling priorities, buying a car can be a challenge, especially when it's for a family. Like my work, I needed the best prices, service I can use, so of course my guys down at Blended Cars from Country. Here's why. A variety of available brands like Ford, Lincoln, Audi, Volkswagen, Porsche, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, everything for that selection. Dodge, Ram, Hyundai, select the right car. And if you're looking for a the best part of being in the right the service, the total peace of mind that comes with working with a family-owned business. Check out my friends down at Blended Cars from Country.
Continue 0.6 miles, then take exit 45 on right towards 31 Street.
Right underneath
exit 45, on right, towards 31 Street. Take exit 45, on right, towards 31 Street.
$40 gift, provide a COVID relief kit to a family in poverty. Text the word GIVE to 833
710 WOR has a $1,000 stimulus check to help pay your bill.
$1,000 in your hand.
Right now, that's the nationwide keyword, bills, B-I-L-L-S, to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's bills to 200-200.
$1,000 in your hand.
Get released now on 710 WOR. Hey, it's Buck Sexton tonight at 6. Brace for the Biden backlash. We have seen now the swearing in of President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. What does this mean today and going forward? That and more to go live and local from 6 to 9 on 710 WOR.
You are tuned to the Rush Limbaugh program. It's the fastest 3 hours in media. To a little opening in the can. The final busy broadcast hour now commencing. Great to have you with us. We'll be getting you on the phone. Gil Quicko, telephone number 800-282-2882. The email address, gilrushmo@eibnet.us. Grab down by number 33. Here is, I just described for you the story Mitch McConnell was telling a joke. He's talking to Kamala Harris and talks Biden, the new president and vice president, and a little joke here. I told you the story. Here's the actual sound bite during the presentation of gifts to President Joe Biden, Vice President Harris. This is common standard behavior.
Parking mode on.
You can hear the comfort, the relaxation of we're finally back to being the people running this town. Now we got our club back. We finally got our club back. That's the subset of that.
Well, Mr. President, Madam Vice President, while the pandemic has sadly limited our usual hospitality, as I just mentioned, I'm very glad we still carry on some of our favorite inaugural traditions. I have to note, not only did we just swear in a son and daughter of the Senate to these houses, but indeed both these former senators skipped the house altogether.
Oh, man. Oh, I can barely contain myself. Oh, I can't. Oh, don't make me laugh. It hurts. Oh, my God, I can't laugh. Oh, my goodness. You ever hear anything funnier than that? Oh, my God. Folks, don't do this to me. Laughing can be painful. But you see, this is the inside. If you're an outsider watching this, if you're a voter, you're watching this. Whatever that was, it's not welcoming you in. It is supposed to be about the inauguration of a new president you elected. That's how this is. This is about these people getting together and finally celebrating they got rid of the guy you really wanted. They got rid of the guy. They got rid of Donald Trump. They got rid of the guy 75 million people voted for. Maybe more. They got their club back. James Comey, in an interview with the UK Guardian, said the Republican Party needs to be burned down or changed. Something's shifting, Comey said. And I'm hoping that it's the fault breaking apart, the fault line breaking apart, a break between the Trumpists and those people who want to try and build a responsible conservative party. Because everybody should know that we need one. We need a responsible conservative party. Who would want to be part of an organization that at its core is built on lies and racism and know-nothing? Just not a healthy political organization. Well, there you have it. Here's a guy who, by the way, should be convicted of a number of different crimes he's committed. He's out there fully insulting everybody who had anything to do with supporting Donald Trump. As a racist, as an idiot, that's what a know-nothing guy is. Who would want to be part of an organization, conservatism, and is going to purge the 95%. Who do?
On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one.
5% of inside the Beltway Republican/conservatives are going to purge the 95% in a lifetime. That is going to happen how?
Yep. Sorry for the coffee break.
The same thing that's going to come back and bite the left. It's out of control areas. This presumption that they're better than you and most everybody else. That they are qualified to assist in this club inside the Beltway of Nation. And you're not. You are so not qualified. You're a racist. And you're a racist. And
Parking mode off.
you don't know anything. You're an idiot. Conservatism is not helping with you people.
On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one. Who's in the building? Representative. Nice day today.
Every day at noon, you sit down, you get realized probably by the second week that Cuomo, he was faced with a lot of challenges. So, we had a virus with no vaccine, we had no end date in sight. But I realized that we were going into this era where he was most likely just trying to keep people calm because we were all trapped in our homes, reading the news, staring at our phones, not allowed to work, the whole city shut down, right? And I realized probably by the second week that trying to keep us all calm and prevent civil unrest. And I remember telling my friends at the time, crazy and it would set something off. And all of my friends told me I was crazy, this would never happen, not in the city. And I was right. It was right. Yeah, all these rules, the booking that, some of the races were, wow, I can see trouble. How did you react when you of what you were prognosticating actually started moving themselves, whether they got a U-Haul trailer and they packed their bags and left, or they, went the normal moving routine? Right. To be honest, a lot of my friends haven't even acknowledged, even my real friends have not acknowledged that I was the person that caused the situation that we were in. And, to go back to my original statements, I think we were in just such a heightened state of being intense that anything could have set it off. And, I understand that this is like the most sensitive topic in America this year, but it's also just crazy to look at it from, 50 feet above that, a situation that happens, several states away, 2 hours ago. Sometimes
clearly about homelessness, mental illness, crime, public safety, economy, things like that. I think we're getting into this really weird time where you try to have a conversation about one subject and then the other person tries to bait you into something, talking about something else and frame you as a villain. It's very difficult.
Now, amongst your peers, were they seeing dozens of homeless men and women, many of them emotionally disturbed, not in control of their mental faculties, really experiencing severe episodes in the street? When you guys talk, what do you think of all that? Because we live in progressive in my lifetime, I've always said, no, we want to go, we want to change.
Actually, going to have some notes that I took about this. I said that it really bothers me that we live in this time where we have these people that are who actually work for city council, who are sponsored by the government. We have these, homeless advocates, organizations, ones that are, mental illness focused. All of these issues exploded from their electric issues, and these are the people that across the board. It's really disappointing. I can't believe that they got here. It breaks my heart.
Now, so much so that it forced you to leave, correct?
Yeah. I left my apartment. Obviously, my landlord completely screwed me and wouldn't cut me a break on my rents. I've been before it now.
And where are you presently living, Jason?
To be honest, I'm not really living anywhere. I've been back and forth between staying with my friends' places or
even thinking of dumpster diving,
it's a crazy time to be alive, my friend.
You're a generation that is now majority generation. My generation, the baby boomers, were moving on. A lot of retirees who are just leaving because it's what you do when you retire. In many instances, you go to Florida, you go to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Much cheaper lifestyle, better quality of life. What do you do when you're a hipster or a millennial or 40 like yourself, and you got your whole life ahead of you? Now, do you plan on trying to come back and sort of dig in and improve and not move, or do you think that that's it? It's never going to improve?
Honestly, I would like to come back, and I'd like to help. I would like to. I'd like to work with our politicians. I would like to help
דיבר איתי עורך דין שלו, של אחי. אמר לי, אם את רוצה להשתתף בתביעה ולקבל את החלק שלך, את חייבת לשלם את כל החובות של הבית. ויש לי חוב השנה שעברה 3,000. יש לי עכשיו על שנה הבאה 5,800. לקחתי הלוואה עכשיו מיוחדת בשביל זה. וזהו, אמרתי לאחי שינסה לעזור לי, שמקסימום ייתן לי ואחר כך יקחו לי את זה מהחור. הם לא מוכנים לעזור, נפלתי, חזרנו, זה היה טעות לחזור. גם עכשיו זה היה טעות לחזור.
Great. Well, good luck out there with your laptop and your clothes. And if you see Jason out there with a cup of coffee in his hand, it's not because he's chilling for Shimoli. He's just going from Brooklyn to Westchester, trying to come back his home here in New York City. We're going to make that reality come true for you, Jason.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for going. See, I met him on 14th Street just this weekend. See, that's the difference between yours truly, Curtis Slinger, and a lot of other talk show hosts and hosts. They can talk sympathetically, but it's in the streets. And then I bring it to the Twin T or WABC on 50,000. Jason Curtis Anderson, you get a chance. We should post this on New York City, but probably this will force me to leave. And it really is a crime. You really need to think about it. It used to be nothing but, I mean, not only was it physical rehab, the new Jack way. And that's what the EPAD machine, not everybody has it, it's FDA approved. And how do I know? Because I've had it. It uses acoustic pressure wave technology to break up scar tissue. And gets rid of pain rapidly. In fact, in just 3 5-minute sessions, you could be pain-free. And then you're not doing what I was doing for a month of Sunday. Oh, man, popping fentanyl, oxy, cortisol, New York, where I'm from, Manhattan. You gotta get to Trinity Rehab. You gotta get all throughout New Jersey. 518-0977. I'll take number 518-0977. We'll go to Trinity
Market and world events affect your portfolio every Saturday at 11 a.m. It's Money Matters with Gary Goldberg. Have you ever wanted to learn a new language like French, Spanish, or Russian, but thought it would be too difficult and time-consuming? Then go to Babbel.com and try it for free. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you will actually use. In 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel uses a modern conversation-based technique that makes language engaging, fun, and memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then, sentences gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations with real-life topics. Babbel is created by language experts who use the same repetition method to help you incorporate and remember what you learn. You can speak a new language. Language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com.
than one parlay. Maybe you go Queen Bay over Aaron Rodgers. But best of all, FanDuel is ready to test your parlay. That's right, you can play a 3+ same-game parlay. You get the $25 shot if you fall one leg short with the same-game parlay insurance. Yes, folks, the playoffs are a perfect time to give FanDuel a shot. And it's just one of the many ways to win on FanDuel. There's withdrawals, odds, boosts, and specials, live betting, insurance, you name it. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and be sure to sign up with the promo code SID.
21 plus is present in NJ or PA. New users only. Must wager on designated boost market. Deposit required. Tax refund $10. See more terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Investors want high cash flow with appreciation. The Federal Reserve is boosting real estate markets with super low interest rates. And where we build, it's busy. There's no cost. 25% to your investment. Founded in 2004, Your inflation protected with large apartment buildings and diversified and 18 prime development avoiding you can answer and offer to buy or sell any securities owned made by a private placement in land. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Returns are annual. National is a real estate development firm. See us at NRA.com.
I would have bet that's really hard.
I need something a little softer than that. Rent easy. With the sleep number 360 smart bed, you don't adjust your comfort with your sleep number 7.
Can it really help me fall asleep faster?
Yeah, when Kelly warning you feel okay, but can it help keep us asleep? It senses your movement. It automatically adjusts to keep you effortlessly comfortable. Sleep Number, proven quality squeeze is life-changing squeeze. And now save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed. Queen now $17.99. Only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Coffee break, coffee break.
Around your law firm. It's hard not to be proud of what you've created. From respected brands to 20 associates.
Lunch break.
You have what it takes to go with it.
On to the next one. On to the next one.
With over a decade of experience helping law firms scale and grow while maximizing billable hours and maintaining client satisfaction. Visit lexiconservices.com/grow to learn more. They were the worst of the worst, warmongers, the whole 9 yards. But there was one particular Pope, Pope Stephen VI, was seething over the actions of a Pope who had died years before, Pope Formosus. The guy was already dead. He died in 895, 2 years before Stephen VI was made the Pope. Then taken out, and even though he was just a skeleton,
Northeast Skillet and threw them into the Tiber River that runs right through Lawrence. Now, if they could, you know Schumer and Pelosi would do this to Trump. How about for the UK? You know, when they have a prime minister who has to turn in his portfolio because they have a no confidence vote in ministers, and the House changes over from Labour to Tories. You know, that former prime minister will still run again. So maybe, just maybe, the Brits have it right. But oh boy, on the day where Joe Biden talks unity, he really needs to take a shot at Trump, Schumer, and Nancy Pelosi and say, peace of the church. Trump is in Mar-a-Lago. We've got a lot of business we got to take place. Hairstyle, we really want to appease Donald Trump and then pass a special provision that will prevent him from ever running for federal office again in perpetuity. That's really how we want to spend our time. Well, if we do, we'll be covering it all here at WABC, and I'll be giving you some historical context. And how many of you knew the polls were even more treacherous than any of our elected cities? It's balance and age fruits and veggies, right? So talk about Donald Trump. He's not a fruits and veggies guy. He made that very well known. Very well known. And in the case of Joe Biden, he eats an ungodly amount of junk food. Not exactly the biggest fan of vegetables. He has that in common with former President Donald Trump. But he will on occasion have a chopped salad with avocado. But fruits and vegetables are generally not part of what Joe Biden eats. And I know many of you would think, well, that's that Joe Biden supposed to eat. You got Donald Trump, he's in his 70s. These guys don't eat fruits and vegetables. Why should I eat fruits and vegetables? Well, I want to tell you why, because with coronavirus out there, and now aligned with the flu, it's like a tanky max that's coming for you. You don't have the medical care that they offer at Wolverine Army Hospital. Remember the super cocktail that Donald Trump took when he got coronavirus. No, what you need to ward off the coronavirus would be the normal food food, balancing the fruits and vegetables, having more fruits and vegetables. And you're never going to eat 30 to 31 different fruits and vegetables a day because you'll end up with lobster. Because even I take 2 in the morning, 2 at night, I'm good to go. But you got to get your own stuff. You got to call 800-246-8751. That's 800-246-8751 to build up your physical immunity to warn you that coronavirus coming back and a second wave along with the normal flu. And if you need to save some coin, who doesn't, right? You just go online and find
On to the next one. On to the next one.
Inventories in the country, selling Lucas was named Subaru the best overall brand for Ramsey Subaru is the place to get yours. Every Saturday at 5 p.m. it's the New Jersey Glow Power Hour. David Wild team brings the news. NewJerseyGlow.com on must read and the New Jersey Glow Power Hour on must listen. It's the New Jersey Glow Power Hour every Saturday at 5 p.m. If you're a small business owner, things may have gotten tougher lately. You're probably looking for savings wherever you can find them. And you may be surprised to hear that most small businesses overpay for workers' compensation insurance. When you put companies with are set up to give small businesses the savings they deserve, but high insurance is created to we can save you up to 30%. Don't do it to yourself, but find out if you're overpaying. Get a quote right from your computer.
Yappa, 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 ba, 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 ba.
We're rated excellent on Trustpilot by our customers. This website is fast, affordable, and easy to work with. As easy as why, in fact. Savings matter now more than ever. Isn't it worth taking 3 minutes to find out if you're overpaying for workers' comp? Ask your insurance agent for Pie Insurance or get a quote today at trypie.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
New York Pop Station with the king of New York. Curtis Lewa, 77 WABC.
And I am the king of taking phone calls from all of you because all of you are my co-hosts. And I want to applaud all of you, the mostly men but increasing numbers of women who decide, yeah, my voice needs to be heard. You know, Facebook, maybe pimp slapping you down. Instagram, like how many of you really use Instagram? Let's be honest, WhatsApp. A lot of you, WhatsApp. Any number of social networking platforms who have said to you, you are persona non grata. That's not true of talk radio. You've got your home of your own here at WABC, and I realize the other talk shows, they may not take as many calls because naturally you have people who are very bombastic. They think that anything they say is going to be of great importance to all of you. It's not. I believe in the old-fashioned type of talk radio, and that's taking calls so that you can be heard. And number one on the radar screen today is your reaction to the presidential inaugural address of Joe Biden, who says he wants to bring unity to disunity. He wants to bring harmony to the country. Many of you listened right here at WABC. We played the entire inaugural address. Our number is 1-800-848-WABC. That's 1-800-848-9222. And just to recap on some of that, he was talking about that violence over the summer has shaken us to our core, and specifically the attempted takeover of the Capitol just about a little less than 2 weeks ago, and that these times are very challenging. He mentioned white supremacy, domestic terrorism, talked about Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, how that tried to unite the nation, and he's going to walk in Lincoln's footsteps, or at least he seemed to indicate that he wanted to stop the shouting. Now, we shout a lot here on talk radio. I don't know how we're going to stop the shouting. MSNBC, they shout a lot. Fox News Channel, they shout a lot. Newsmax, they shout a lot. CNN, they shout a lot. Is he directing it to the pundits, the pretentious hosts or hostesses who just love to stare at that camera and scream their lungs out? 1-800-848-WABC. Let's go to Jackie, who's been patiently waiting on the line in Brooklyn. Your turn to be heard here at WABC, Jackie.
Hi, Curtis. I missed the beginning of your interview with Jason, so I don't know what his politics are. And it sounds like he's quite a bit younger than you and I. I'm a little bit younger than you, but much older than him, I'm sure. It's nice that he has the optimism that he has, but he also experienced what the rest of us in the city have experienced within the past year, with the double standard of protests being allowed, people not being held accountable, and now you, along with a lot of other hosts that I listen to, all talk about, well, we have to give this guy a chance. We have been the proverbial frog. You and I have been around a long time. We've seen things, we've heard things, we've lived through things, and we've experienced things.
You want?
I don't know about you. I've not
You
lost
wanna
my
come? Yeah, I do.
idealistic point of view, my optimism. In fact,
Eliana.
indicated he was 40. I did not detect in the interview.
Eliana, yeah?
Yes.
How you doing? You wanna go to 30th Avenue? Yeah.
Yeah, but they
Which I was for many, many years, and a lot of young people are. They don't necessarily have a party affiliation like in my generation or your generation where, daddy and mommy were Democrats like mine. I mean, my mother had in her bedroom, right next to the bureau, she had a picture of Jesus Christ, John Kennedy, and Barack Obama. Does that give you an idea of her politics and my dad's politics? They weren't even bringing Democrats. Likewise, there are others who are raised in the Republican household. Same thing. But nowadays, the hipsters and millennials, they're more like free agents, so they knew less yet. Had no idea what Jason's politics were. He indicated what they were, other than he was so disappointed in the leaders of our city and our state that have sold us hope pictures. Anyway, let's go to Jimmy and Rockland. You're going to be heard here at WABC, Jimmy.
Hope everything's going well for you. Now, I noticed that you have said that they should cease the impeachment trial on Donald Trump. Now, I believe there's quite a few things he has done wrong, especially with that insurgency in the White House and the man walking around with a Confederate battle flag, which you yourself had said is the flag of traitors.
The flag of treason, the stars of...
Right on that. From the same place.
I understand, and I've been locked up like 77 times, but I still go before a judge. I still have an opportunity even to defend myself pro se as an attorney. These were crime, crimes, and guilty lock, stock, and barrel. This is your trial on 18 this time around, which happened lickety split in the house. So he was responsible for the insurrection. Did they have any witnesses in the house? Did they take any testimony? I prevent him from ever running again. And you know how many other Republicans were there saying, yeah, we got to stop Trump because I want to run for president in 2024. Come on. Anyway, let's go to Jose calling from the Bronx. Your turn to be heard here at WABC. Jose.
As a conservative, I'm very upset about Trump's party, particularly Al Bureau.
He does it a little bit. He always kind of gives Janine Pirro. Actually scored a few times on her program. You can hear Janine Pirro 11 to 12 on WABC right after Rudy, but he altered his voice ever so slightly. See, I may not be able to hear much because of all the subway noise. Doing talk radio for 30 years. I can just do it now. Hold on a second. Impeachment. He just got sworn into office today. He just gave his first address, the inaugural address, and you're already licking your chops. You want to impeach him?
Absolutely. It's coming his way, and he knows it, and so does his son. It's coming.
Well, I didn't like seeing Hunt today, I'll tell you that much. People fawning over this guy who reminds me of Jimmy Carter. He had Billy Carter, WBU, and working with Gaddafi. And then Roger Cole had brother of Bill Clinton. What is Bill Clinton doing there? Friend of Jeffrey Epstein, that pedophile on a pedestal. But they're all there. You know, Clinton, great, right? Oh, Hunter Biden, great. No. No, horrible. Horrible. Anyway, let's go to Calvin, who's calling from Brooklyn. Your turn to be heard here at WABC, Calvin.
Hi, Curtis. It's a pleasure speaking with you today.
Yes, Calvin.
Yes, I totally disagree. The last caller kind of took what I was going to say. I totally disagree with Biden trying to unify this country. It's not going to happen. Listen, I have friends. We disagree on almost everything, and it's the same thing. It's never going to change. Biden is full of himself. He's never going to unify the country, and I feel like this country's going to drag so bad. I could almost foresee this.
Calvin, are you a student of history? You know what always brings a divided nation together?
You have a good day.
I'll tell you, Calvin, what we don't want, war. People hated FDR. Oh, we got to get rid of FDR, right? Oh, he's a socialist. He's a communist. Then we were in war, and the nation came together. The attack of 9/11. Oh, we hate Bush 43. Bush 43 and his brother Jeb, governor of Florida, stole the election from Al Gore. And then we united as a nation because we were attacked. I don't want us getting involved in a war, especially that last one by Bush 43. I thought he should hide today. What is he doing out there? Where? Hey, Bush, where are the weapons of mass destruction? The craziness that you caused in the Persian Gulf in the Middle East because of that unnecessary war, which was all about revenge because Saddam Hussein, after the Persian Gulf campaign, plotted an assassination attempt against your father, Bush 41, when he was to visit Kuwait, in which Saddam Hussein's T-2 tanks had turned the Kuwaitis, running for their lives, into speed bumps. Oh, God. Isn't anybody out there willing to give Joe Biden a chance? Come on. Not anybody? Come on now. Are you going to give Joe Biden a chance? It's his first day, inauguration. He gave a speech for 20 minutes. He didn't go on and on. Are you going to give him a chance, Al? Hey, Al, I just gave a long introductory remark for you. Are you going to...
I'm sorry, Curtis. God bless you. So I listen to you every day. I hope you win the election when your turn comes up.
That's right, but you're going to give President Joe Biden a chance. It's his first day.
You know what? I'll tell you what. You know what? I understand what you're saying, but you know all the stuff that was talked about all after this election. You know about China with all the money and everything. Forget about his son. I don't care, and I'm not concerned about if Joe Biden has Alzheimer's or not. I'm not into all that, all of that stuff. I just want what's best for the country, Curtis, and I believe you want the same.
Yeah, but come on, if the president doesn't do well, regardless of who it is, Americans suffer. All Americans suffer. Do you want your 401ks to become 201ks? God. Earlier in the program, we were taking a lot of calls, as we always do. And there were a lot of people, mostly women, who wanted to give Joe Biden an opportunity. I mean, if I have to be a gender bender here, it was mostly women. But I detected, as we went back to some normal programming, just took a brief break, and then came back to getting your responses to Joe Biden's inaugural address today as our new president. Wow. It's like almost nobody out there wants to give him a chance. Look, if he wants to knock himself out trying to bring people together, let him knock himself out.
New York's home for entertaining talk. Have a Super 8 projector, you don't have a Betamax or VHS video player anymore because it's too old. Technology has moved forward so fast. Long ago, you threw away the VHS player. You got rid of your Betamax VCR. You threw away the film projector, Super 8. So if you want to see that old media, you've got to invest in all kinds of technology to digitize all that videotape and film. You don't have to do that anymore. Legacy Box can do it for you. Legacy Box has digitized old media for more than 1 million American families. So get in touch with them on their website. Order a box. They'll send you the box. It's built so that whatever you put in it is protected from being damaged. You put all of the old media that you have in that box, you ship it overnight, their expense. They go to work digitizing every tape, every picture, every film, every slide, every cassette tape, everything you send them, they will digitize it. They'll put it on DVD, they will put it on a thumb drive, they'll put it on a downloadable file on the cloud. However you want it. Start online for this legacybox.com/rush. Okay, 60% off the regular price. Legacybox.com/rush. Look, I just found an audio soundbite here that might help me explain one of the things I've been saying today. When I say that I think the Democrats are going to overstep, it's not that they're going to purposely do it. It's not that they're going to realize they're doing it. My point is, they're not going to be able to help themselves. They're going to make incorrect assumptions about their popularity. They always do this. The Wellstone Memorial, great example of a great oversight. It is going to happen. There's no question. It's just a matter of how and when. How's it going to manifest itself? Now listen to this. We have a montage of a bunch of leftists lamenting the fact that there's so many millions of Americans thinking Biden is illegitimate. How many Americans still believe that this was not a legitimate election?
Unfortunately, a significant number of Americans don't believe that Joe Biden is elected in a legitimate process. It's not the American way to pretend that Biden was not legitimate.
This election was not stolen. It's a lie, and anybody who continues to say it's stolen is lying. Until you take that out, people will think that Joe Biden is illegitimate.
2/3 of Republicans don't even believe that Joe Biden was legitimately elected. 1/3 of all Americans believe that. How do you bridge a divide like that?
That was Savannah Guthrie. My point is, they can't believe it. They have told everybody Biden was legitimate. That's all you need to know. They are bummed that so many millions of Americans do not accept it. They just, I'm telling you, folks, they think they took
On
care
to
of
the
it.
next
They
one,
think
on to
that
the
they have
next one,
persuaded
on to the
everybody.
next
They
one.
think that, and the fact that 2/3 of Americans that didn't vote for Biden do not think he's legitimate, it bugs them. Because it means that they're not
Ew.
in one of their primary objectives here. It really bothers them. And it's this kind of reality. They're going to sit around and they're going to understand that all these
3611.
Americans are still not buying in. And it's going to cause them to go overboard or to overstep in their efforts to make sure you get the truth, whatever. You watch. I don't know when it's going to make it a couple of years for this to manifest itself, but it will.
How to be squeezed. All this stuff in just 3 hours a day. Rush on the EIB network. Rush Limbaugh.
On the voice of New York.
710 WOR.
Let's tell it here again with my dad's relief factor.
Oh, thank you for dinner.
This for Diana, yeah?
100% drug-free relief factor.
Diana?
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
For the yuyu, huh? You like the yuyu? Oh, you're welcome.
But you would likewise say that former President Donald Trump was haughty and arrogant too. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would say that. I would say that, but you know what? He spoke the truth. People don't like the truth. When the truth comes out, people get upset because it exposes the lies, darkness.
I know, but you see, in his speech today, President Joe Biden juxtaposition to lie. So I guess what we did out of 3 hours of taking so many calls is the only thing that Trump and Biden agree on is that they like Lady Gaga. When then Citizen Trump was asked, what are your 10 favorite songs? The first time were Lady Gaga songs. I don't know if people are aware of that. And obviously Joe Biden did choose Lady Gaga today to sing the national anthem. That's a bit of un disgrazia shanda, right? Poker face. That's right, poker face. That would have been good. Hey, look, I liked her original songs, Lady Gaga, ever since she hooked up with the Astoria kid, Tony Bennett, who's like older than Joe Biden, Pelosi, and everyone else on the Hill. That was it for Lady Gaga. Anyway, up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's Rudy Giuliani, his observations, followed by Lydia Serrani, and then our owner-operator here of Red Apple Media, John Katzimakidis from 5 to 6.
Significant possibility.
You been here before?
I'm sorry?
Where is good for you?
Yeah, right. The far corner. Yeah.
He's the first outgoing president to skip his suspension in 150 years, and Biden now the 46th president of the United States. are relieved.
I'm very happy. I'm just happy to get rid of it.
New York City is canceling COVID-19 vaccination appointments starting tomorrow. The city is running out of doses, and there's a delay with a shipment from Moderna. Mayor de Blasio.
From what I can see, it was the failure of the federal government to use the Defense Production Act to truly put the vaccination effort on a wartime footing.
The mayor says he expects a better outcome under the Biden administration. WABC News Time 3:04. Traffic and transit are next. Now your forecast from the Ramsey Subaru Weather Center. 38 degrees, cloudy, dropping to 27 tonight. 41 the high tomorrow, sunny and breezy. Low 30s over the weekend, but no rain or snow in the forecast. From the 77 WABC News Desk, I'm Sarah Lee Kessler.
WABC, traffic and transit. There's heavy traffic on the eastbound Belt Parkway and the southbound Parkway. Got a lot of heavy volume here on the eastbound belt from JFK to the eastbound Southern State, right around Central Avenue. There is construction set up, so that is slowing things down. And we have an accident on the northbound South Avenue Parkway, right around Belmont Park. So a lot of heavy traffic here on the northbound South Avenue Parkway to the Belmont Park. Eastbound LIE, already about a 30-minute ride from the BQE out to the Cross Avenue Parkway. A lot of heavy volume in Brooklyn, inbound to Wanted. And it's a 30-minute ride up to the Brooklyn Bridge with an accident. I'm Jason Wade, 77 WABC. Radio 77 WABC. Wayne Gilby, entertaining and informative. Listen, I'm not going to recommend ABCU. I'm taking it. In due seconds, if you ask me, I'm taking it. To me, it's the way out of it. And then if Southwest Airlines or United Airlines or American says you can only fly with it, or if you want to go see Thomas Rhett concert and they say the only people that can go in are people who are vaccinated because I can't get insurance because of it, just know those are ramifications and no one's being punitive. They're just being practical. Ryan Kilby, weekdays at 10 a.m. Listen on the 77 WABC mobile app.
Frankie Russo, Saturday night into Sunday morning starting at midnight, right after Tony Orlando.
I'm back. This is the lovely, hazy kid from Brooklyn, Frankie Russo. Beat it.
Now on 77 WABC, it's time for the former mayor of New York City, America's mayor, Rudy Giuliani.
Hello, welcome to Rudy Giuliani's show on WABC, 77 WABC, back in New York City, not in the swamp. You know, every day I was there, which was almost 3 straight months without being back in New York City, I almost every day referred to it as the swamp. So just the fact that I'm calling it the swamp today is no reflection on the Biden inauguration or anything else like that. It has been the swamp for quite some time. And it continues to be, I must say, probably swampier than ever, but so be it. Today, America got a new president. And, you know, it's impossible for me to be a hypocrite. So I'm going to try to say these things. I'm going to try to say these things to you out of my heart. And, well, I'm just going to try to say them to you correctly and honestly. But coming up, you're going to get to talk to me on Chat with the Mayor. You can call me on the Tunnels and Towers Foundation Hotline. And the Tunnels and Towers is extremely close to my heart. I tell you about it all the time. Please donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T2T.org. You're going to feel better for doing it. Believe me, we're 11 about 52 times. The first time I had to do it, I had to go out to Queens. And Father Michael Judge taught me how to do it. And I'm going to tell you, I've been threatened by the mafia. I've been threatened by the FARC. Bernie Kerik and I almost died on September 11th. I don't get afraid too often. I was so scared to try to speak to his family because they had just lost their father, their son. And Father Judge taught me how to do it. And Tunnels and Towers
On to the next one.
Knows how to take care of the things that need to be taken care of to help stabilize people. So, please, I ask you every day to do it. Today is the inauguration of the new president. A lot of our side, the people who are the way I do, a lot of fear about what's going to happen to our country. But there's one place. We're all together. Well, we're looking for unity. Unity is taking care of our first responders, taking care of our soldiers.
change.org. Gonna make today feel better.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3.
So I listened to the speech today, and I'm going to be brutally honest. It was a pedestrian Senate speech. Kind of, I would consider it in the annals of presidential addresses, more of a bloviation than a speech. He talked about unity 40 times and never defined how he's going to unify. I mean, unity, 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 uniting our nation, and half of us, the other half of us, we have to do it with anger and hatred. Speaking of unity can seem like a fantasy. It's a constant struggle. And then he did the exact thing that would disunite us. He said on one side there's the people for freedom, and on the other side there are the racists. But by the way, that's me. People who supported Donald Trump. Roughly half of America. Then he said, I will always level with you. Kind of an unfortunate statement for a man who began his career with plagiarism in law school as a senator, and still won't answer questions about what happened to all that money his son got. I just don't think this man can appeal to us based on integrity. Here's the thing about Trump, whether you liked him or not, he sort of just told you like it was, like he believed. This is nonsense. I will always level with you. Gee, there's one thing Joe Biden never did is level with us. Joe, explain the relationship with China. Joe, did you get any money out of Ukraine? Joe, did you meet anybody from the Ukraine? No, I didn't. Well, then how come the hard drive has you meeting with it? Joe, what about your son saying he had to kick back half over 30 years of the money they got for selling your influence? Joe, what about answering questions about that? So you can't say, I will always level with you. Doesn't mean you can't say other things. But you just don't go right in my face and make a fool out of me. And don't talk to me about unity when on one side is you, freedom, and on the other side is me, racism. I think I'm freedom, and I think that you're racism. How about that? So there's only one way we're going to do this. We gotta stop this demonizing of either side. So I'm willing to stop. I'm willing to stop the demonizing. I will argue on the issues. I'll tell you what the truth, I believe the truth is. I believe there are many good Democrats. Most of them are. Most Democrats are really good people. Most Democrats want for my country exactly what they want for their country, which is our country. We get to the leadership of both parties, we got some pretty bad people. I'm sorry, we got some pretty bad people. And I used to say that as a prosecutor, something may have a little bit more wisdom than the Biden bloviation today. Neither party, Republican or Democrat, has a monopoly on virtual advice. And how did I learn that as a young man? By prosecuting about equal numbers of Republicans and Democrats and putting them in prison. Because they had about an equal number of crooks. Just because you're a Republican doesn't mean you're honest, and just because you're a Democrat doesn't mean you're dishonest. I do think, and today is not the appropriate day for it, that the upper echelon of the Democratic Party, starting with Clinton, went off on a terrible direction. Worse than anything in the Republican Party, but there's still plenty of problems there. So, suppose we define the country this way. Probably not too far off. This is not a scientific poll. It is back of an envelope poll. 40% of the American people believe in the general Democrat left philosophy. Soft left, hard left. More welfare, government solving problems, to the extreme of socialism when you get to the AOCs and the Bernie Sanders and the da-da-da-da-da. So Democratic Party goes left and then far left. Let's say 40% of the people, pretty much likely. About 40% of the people, could be 38, could be 42, go right. So they believe in things like free market, they believe in capitalism. Sometimes they believe actually more in libertarianism, and they believe in America first. I'd say that, and they almost always believe in a more robust although Trump was a bit of a contradiction.
Red light camera reported ahead.
And then we got about 10% probably in the middle of those things, or maybe 10% of the single-issue people. You know, the pro-life, pro-choice people. You're just not going to vote for somebody if you're pro-life who's pro-choice, and if you're pro-choice, you're not going to vote for somebody who's pro-life. You could have that on guns, you could have that on climate change, you could have that on whatever. What I'm trying to say is, here's what I did when I became mayor of a city that was a Democrat, elected his first Republican in his generation, me. I had a deficit, probably percentage-wise, equal to what Biden was facing, and I had a city where 75% of the people in the city wanted to vote, the city of New York. And I had a council that was open hazard, right? My friend Danny Young was sitting next to me. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. I think I had a city council that was 45 Democrats and 6 Republicans. 45 to 6. That was it. So, I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but I'm not a moron either. So I figured I had to work with Democrats to get things through. The first thing I did when I came into my office as mayor, which gave me the goosebumps when I walked in. I mean, to me, the thought of being mayor when I was born in Flatbush was not there. And to be the first Republican mayor since LaGuardia, I mean, Lindsay was, he quit the Republican Party. By the way, I'm only one true Republican mayor. The other two quit the Republican Party. I remain a Republican. That's what we've been doing for 20 years.
Speed camera reported ahead.
Relay.
Peter and I sat down and I shook hands because I knew Peter, but not well. And I said, Peter, you know, we're going to have to work together. Democrats said during the campaign. But now we got a government running I want to work with you. And before he said anything, he said, you know, I don't know if he called me Mr. Mayor or right away Rudy. I didn't care. I told him to call me Rudy. He said, you know, you're the first mayor that's ever walked in my office. I think he's never did it. I'm just a speaker. I'm not the guy. Sorry. So I said, I got to work with you. And I have a suggestion. Republican Democrat disagreement. But then we're going to have like a middle column of the things that we can get done, or the things I could compromise. You know, I need a tax cut, but I can take a little bit less of a tax cut if he gets a little bit more for a program that's important to him. And then every week we did that. I'm not going to say we had some terrible arguments. Sometimes we actually faked the arguments, but we had a constructive relationship. And by the time I ran for re-election, a third of the Democrats in the city council endorsed me for re-election. Because I worked hard.
Gling, gling, gling.
Philosophy as possible.
Gling, gling.
And somehow I try now to tell you I was the most conservative mayor in the history of the city. And maybe one of the most conservative mayors in the history of the country. I'll tell you why. I reduced welfare dramatically. About 600,000 people, 500,000 working. We cut unemployment in half. We made people on welfare work. We made our welfare workers become employment agents and find jobs for people on welfare. You know how we cleaned up the city. We enforced the law strongly.
Gling, gling.
I'm saying this today because this is what Biden has to do. Despite everything that's gone on. During the campaign as the mayor, I was called the Nazi,
gling, gling.
Criminal. Those are some of the good things. You got to put it beyond you. You got to say, now I have 4 years to help people. If I did things wrong in my life, I have. If I can help people now, God's going to forgive me. I'm always thinking about, you know, the argument I have to make when I get to heaven because I'm a lawyer. Like, What are the good things that I did? What am I going to point to? You know, I hope that person, nobody knows about it. Those are the best ones. So, I'm appealing to the Democrats. You won. You got to reach out. When you win, you've got to reach out. I know it sounds strange, but you got to reach out, and I don't know, if we're stupid enough to slap you in the face, well, okay. But I think we can disagree on the things we disagree about. We can still get things done for America. And we can stop the hatred. It doesn't help us, it doesn't help you. Every time we communicate, somebody thinks, you know, happened all summer, led to 100 days of rioting in Portland. That wasn't incorrect. It led to the death of Captain Dawn. I think you're standing the sensitive American. Sensitive 1-888-489-222. Thank you so much. They don't want you to hear me.
There's nothing to see. Everybody in? Good. Okay, we're all set. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad you left. Well, yes. Because it's just run by the Department of Education. It's run by the government. It doesn't really have a say. Right, but she doesn't have anyone who's her CEO. Yes, but as a lawyer, she mostly just works for her law firm. Her law firms don't have a seat. Daddy? He's a financial. Yeah, I actually don't know if Daddy works for a company or if Daddy works for himself. I don't know the answer to that. You'll have to ask him. Mommy works for herself. Yes, she does. No, she works for a bunch. Well, yeah. Yeah, that is what mother does. Wow, very cool. She runs the whole warehouse company. Wow. Okay.
Well.
That's good. Watching the news is sometimes good. You learn. Like a bunch, like the president. Yeah, that's good. You learn a lot. I watched it on the news. You watched the president on the news in school? Yes. Did you watch because it's Inauguration Day? Is that why you were watching? No. Yeah, we were watching the speech. The speech. On our smart. Oh, what did you think of the speech? I didn't watch. You didn't watch the speech? Me and Teddy thought it was beef for boring. Yep, it usually is. Boring. You know what? Sometimes boring is kind of a good thing. Because it usually means nothing really bad is happening. It means, you know, things are just kind of gonna stay chill. This world is boring? You haven't been paying attention. This world is not boring. You do fun things every day. What are you talking about? Except for birthdays, holidays. Every Friday you have a fancy dinner with Mommy and Daddy. You go to activities every day. You have play dates all the time. You do lots of fun things. You went ice skating. Not yet, but you know, maybe. Or a Pegasus. It hasn't happened yet, but it could. Or a mermaid. Hasn't happened yet, but it could. Or a superhero. Same thing. It hasn't happened yet, but it could. That would be very interesting.
Or a chocolate rain.
Also would be interesting.
And yummy.
And yummy.
With chocolate rain, I would bring a cup out there. What? Then it would rain hot chocolate.
Well, unless it was cold.
Then it would rain cold chocolate.
Chocolate milk.
I would bring a mug and stick my hand out the window.
That would be such a good idea. Your hand would get covered in chocolate.
I would lick it off.
Ew.
Or a storm of cookies.
A storm of cookies. Oh my goodness.
Yummy.
That would be crazy.
Or being trapped in a snowball.
Has yet to happen. But could. Where did you hear about that? Your imagination is
Or a giant
You awake,
spider.
Miguel?
Or a giant spider.
I would find that very upsetting.
Or witches and wizards.
That would be really cool.
Or flying ice cream cones.
Also really cool.
And yummy.
Don't fall asleep, Michaela. You're in tennis. You promise? You sure?
Or a building breaking in half.
That has happened. They do demolition on buildings all the time.
No, but by a villain.
That, yeah, that would be something.
Or a rocket ship. A rocket ship that
I don't know. I think it's
a
just
rocket ship that broke in space.
That happens all the time. Yes.
Or laser eyes.
That hasn't happened yet. That would be cool. That would be really cool. If it ever happens to you.
Or a jetpack.
I feel like someone's probably working on that. It seems like something they would.
Or the moon made out of cheese.
How do you know the moon's not made out of
Because I can see it.
cheese? You can't see that it's not cheese.
Yes. I can see that. Cheese because I watched videos of how the moon was made. By astronauts.
Got it. Well, in that case, I guess it's cheese.
Or a giant monster.
Oh my goodness, that would be so scary.
Or a giant cave.
A cave. That would be
A giant cave as big as the room.
In half a mile, use the right lane to exit 12, East 63rd Street, New York 25 East, Edcott Queensboro Bridge.
Not that you can swim. You can swim in cave. It isn't liquid. You can dig holes in cave.
A cave that you can dig holes to get around the streets.
Interesting.
You wouldn't get ran over by cars.
Interesting. That might be too much.
Lost satellite reception.
We're talking snowman.
In 1,000 feet, exit right.
That would not be. That would be really scary. No, I would not be a fan. And yummy, it's eating you.
Exit right to exit 12, East 63rd Street, New York 25 East, Edcott.
That would be yummy. I do like you.
I would ask a rocket kitchen for a bottle of cheese.
Interesting.
What?
Okay. There are snacks in your bag when you get there. Okay, there are snacks in your bag when you do some expert climbing right now. Stay there, Lindsay. Lindsay, how many times can I say stay in your seat before you actually listen to me? You got your mask on? Lindsay, you have your backpack? On my back. Awesome.
Thank you everybody for watching. I'm gonna switch to. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Let's see what I'm gonna switch to. Switch to Aya Vlog. About time to switch to Aya Vlogs. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Switching to Aya Vlogs. Take care.